This is a World Cup 2026 update. Now reporting from the TNO Sports Desk, Talking Ginger.
Hello there everybody, I'm Talking Ginger and welcome to day 10 of the FIFA World Cup. We start as always with our match recaps from yesterday. We had 4 games on the schedule. We had the United States against Australia, Scotland against Morocco, Brazil against Haiti, and Turkey against Paraguay. The USA bandwagon is gathering impressive pace after the World Cup co-hosts comfortably defeated Australia to move into the round of 32 with a game to spare. They are guaranteed a place as one of the best third-place teams with this victory. USA had not won back-to-back games at a World Cup since the start of the inaugural edition in 1930. Mauricio Pochettino's team have now put that right, and did so in highly exciting high-energy fashion with a 2-0 win over Australia. What was all the more impressive about the result was that it came without star player Christian Pulisic, who was ruled out with a calf injury. But they were as bright as the Seattle sunshine as they pressed high up the pitch and overwhelmed Tony Popovic's Socceroos. Ismail Saibari scored only 72 seconds into the game, and Morocco beat Scotland 1-0 at the World Cup yesterday to keep alive their chances of advancing to a second straight knockout round. Saibari slipped behind 2 Scotland defenders, and Brahim Diaz dropped the ball over the top to him. Saibari gathered and blasted it into the top left corner of the net, well inside the reach of goalkeeper Angus Gunn. Morocco, who reached the semifinals at the last World Cup in Qatar, drew 1-1 with Brazil in its Group C opener. Scotland, who haven't gotten out of the group stage in their previous 8 World Cup appearances, beat Haiti 1-0 in their first match. Brazil eliminated Haiti from the 2026 World Cup with a 3-0 win that could have been more if they had shown more urgency in the second half. Matthias Cunha got things going as he replaced Igor Figo in the starting 11 and put Brazil ahead with a scrappy opener. A stunning finish made it 2 for him and Brazil minutes later, and Vinicius Jr., hopefully I'm saying that right, made it 3 with a superb finish 1-on-1 with the keeper. The second half saw Haiti revert to 4-4-2 from 5-4-1, and that change, along with Brazil taking their collective foot off the pedal, meant the score remained unchanged through the duration of the second 45. Following Morocco's now 1-0 win over Scotland, Brazil go top of Group C on goal difference. Matias Galarza scored 65 seconds into the game for the fastest goal of this year's World Cup, and Paraguay held on for a 1-0 win over Turkey yesterday. The victory assured the United States would win Group D and eliminated Turkey from advancing to the knockout round with their second straight loss. Paraguay will face Australia in the final match of the group stage next Thursday, with second place in the group on the line. Now then, let's preview the 4 matches we have on schedule for today. We have the Netherlands taking on Sweden, Germany against Ivory Coast, Ecuador against Curacao, and Tunisia versus Japan. The Netherlands and Sweden will face off at Houston's NRG Stadium today in their second Group F match of this summer's World Cup. Ronald Koeman's side began their campaign with a dramatic 2-2 draw against Japan, one of the biggest surprises of the tournament's opening round. Sweden, meanwhile, cruised to a 5-1 victory over Tunisia, a result that was followed by a stunning managerial shakeup. Tunisia responded by dismissing head coach Sabri Lamouchi and appointing Hervé Renard in the middle of the tournament, one of the most unexpected decisions in recent World Cup history. This is a must-win game for the Netherlands that will need the best version of themselves against a solid team led by Graham Potter. Group E is on the line as Germany and Ivory Coast face off at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Germany cruised to a 7-1 win over Curacao in its opener, while Ivory Coast picked up a 1-0 win over Ecuador. Teams need to make up ground in Group E meet today as Ecuador and Curacao clash in the World Cup. Despite finding an early equalizer to briefly make the match 1-1, Curacao were ultimately overwhelmed by Germany in a 7-1 final in their opener. Ecuador, meanwhile, were upset by Ivory Coast in a 1-0 final as Amad Diallo produced one of the top moments in the World Cup thus far with a winner in the 90th minute. Kickoff for Ecuador versus Curacao is at 8 p.m. Eastern Time in Kansas City. And finally, Monterrey, Mexico hosts the Tunisia-Japan World Cup matchup today, the second match for both teams in Group F. Japan drew with the Netherlands to open its tournament, while Tunisia suffered a 4-1 defeat at the hands of Sweden in its first match. 3 points will be vital for either side, but the Japanese would get 1 foot in the door in the knockout stage if they're able to secure victory in Monterrey. Tunisia is making its 7th World Cup appearance and has never gotten out of the group stage, while Japan reached the round of 16 in 2018 and 2022. Japan faces Sweden in the final group match on Thursday, while Tunisia meets the Netherlands, with both games kicking off at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That's going to do it for your World Cup daily updates. I'm Talking Ginger. Enjoy the games, and I'll be right back here tomorrow with another daily update.
This has been a World Cup 2026 update.